It is a cloudy, cool, windy day here in southeastern Texas, and that is a break for many people who are dealing with the aftermath of Harvey. They have gone through punishing heat after the rains, the record rainfall that really hit this area. But this is what people are dealing with. They're trying to get the trash, the debris out of their homes as quickly as possible, piling it up in the front lawn, waiting for authorities to come by and clean all of this up. Take a look at this. This is drywall, and in this area we know the floodwaters were about up to my chest, so people are going through and ripping out drywall as quickly as possible. The problem with the drywall, when it gets wet, it can spread mold throughout the home. That mold becomes toxic, and the cleanup gets worse exponentially. But you're just looking at people's lives out here. We have bedding, we have dresser drawers, tables, virtually everything just piled out here. And it's not just one house. Let me give you an idea of how far this stretches in this section of northeastern Houston. This goes all the way down the road. There's a gentleman who's been out the whole time picking up, rolling up his sleeves, cleaning up, waiting for people to come. And it's going to be difficult for a lot of these people to rebuild. And the reason, 8 out of 10, 80% of the people affected by Harvey did not have flood insurance. That's your early estimate coming in, and that's going to make it so much more difficult to rebuild. In the United States, flood insurance is provided by the federal government, but it tops out at $250,000 for rebuilding homes. So that's, without flood insurance, it is going to be difficult. The average cost of a home here in this area of Texas is about $136,000, but it's going to be a struggle for people. We know that Congress and FEMA, the Federal Emergency Management Agency, are working right now to get emergency funds to people as quickly as possible. But that's temporary. That's to try to get them in some kind of housing. That's to try and get their homes cleaned out as much as possible. To rebuild, it's going to be extremely difficult. We know that the flood insurance also covers not just the homes, but the property inside. It's frustrating. Many did not live in a floodplain before, so they didn't think they had to have flood insurance. Others said that they had it for years, and then it got too expensive, and since there had been no past flooding, they just decided not to get it again. But if you look down this street, it's just awful. It's heartbreaking at the number of homes here where people are getting the debris out, waiting to rebuild and trying to figure out how to do it, but without any kind of insurance funds to cover all this. They have insurance on their homes, they have wind insurance, but the insurance companies argue, look, this was damaged by water. This wasn't damaged by wind, so we're not going to pay for it. That's what these people are going to have to deal with, and you're going to hear more stories of heartbreak as people get in and have a chance to figure out how to move forward. Sean Callebs, CGTN in Houston, Texas.